This is 4 weeks of growth. And it's time to go. Even though they look very thin, it's a good apex there. Everything is covered. I'm rubbing this with a hard gel. Most, not all. Leave a thin layer. Rough removal. And it's a lot faster than soaking, a lot faster and healthier than soaking off. You're not touching the natural nail at all. That was, I forgot to mention, that was the coarse carbide barrel bit from MG Art. Now we're just pushing back the cuticles. Just lifting them and pushing them back very quickly. And these are the files that I use. It's 180 grit. This is a steel plate, and the file is a sticker. So 180 grit and 100 grit. They come in both. So you can use both sides and have one on each side. This is 180. And I just stick the new one on. There we go. And we're now we're hitting the natural nail. Well, we're getting rid of any new, you want to get rid of any new, old lifting gel. Smooth it out a little bit. And then also you want to get the natural nail etched and gently. first I kind of hit the gel first and get off the ick. Any remaining polish, any lifting cuticle, and then I kind of apply the pressure on the natural nail. And prepping, edging gently. This is gentle for me. I know I'm heavy-handed, but getting the job done. So some people use a sandband. But I just feel like the hand file is better. You're not going to do damage so easily as you can with a sandband that has several rotations. You think about how many times are you actually hitting the nail. Get off. Okay, that's my natural nail. Polish got on that. So, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm moving as I go. Where a sandband, the rotation is how many rotations in the time, you know. But do what works for you. Sometimes I use a sandband. You just have to make sure you're skilled with the e-file before you get into that. I feel like this is always the best way though. I've been doing my own nails since eternity. I used to, in the, I guess the mid-90s, late 90s, I went and got my nails done. That's when the pink and white acrylic were in. Not the white tips, like the white acrylic, the pink acrylic was all the rage back then, Tim Taylor. And I had one girl, I really liked the way she did nails, and she went and had a baby. And she's like, just go get your license. Do it yourself. You can do it. And so I was like, really? I don't know. But, look, I was an escrow at the time, and I knew I didn't want to do that forever. So I said, okay, I'm going to go get my license. So I went full-time. Took 3 months full-time. I think then it was like 3,000 hours. Anywho. Because when every time I've ever gotten my nails done, except for when she did my nails, I would always come home and have to touch my nails. I'd have to fix something, file something, my toes, my fingers, it didn't matter what it was. And, you know, it was frustrating. So I just said, you know what? I should just figure out how to do the whole thing from beginning to end. So you can do this I'm going to lift the cuticles. I dropped my drill and it's been making crazy noises ever since. For anyone who wants to know, this is my 30-year-old drill. It's a U-Power UP200, and that's all it says. Yeah. Listen, so I'm missing a screw somewhere. I dropped it. This is loose. But this is an expensive drill, but what's nice is you can order parts for it. You can take it apart. You can send it in. It's kind of like having like an old Ford. You know, you could work on it and yourself. So, well, I'm not going to work on this myself, but I did order screws for it, for this bit. But there's screws on the inside. There's one here missing. These guys. So I really should turn it in for a full-on overhaul, but I don't want to put it in the mail and Alright. I'm just doing this first because my cuticles, really, they're not bad, but they really lay flat. So I'm just trying to lift them up right now. See, and then look how that's really laying flat. So I just want to lift them up. I'm not going in, I'm not trying to do a Russian manicure, okay? This is a dry, it'll be a dry manicure, but I'm gonna do like all the real cuticle work at the end. Right now I just want to lift. I'm not even gonna bother going backwards on reverse. That's good enough. This is alcohol. I'm just wiping the area clean, free of any debris. Also dehydrates the nail plate. And then you can get a good look at if you missed anything. That's going to be drilled out from underneath after, so I'm going to leave that. Okay. All right. So now, primer. This is acid-free primer. MG Art, everything. It's my numero uno product. It's, oh, see that? Anyways, before anybody wants to comment, my products are the HEMA and TPO free. They're made, this is a premium quality European gel. It's made in the EU. I'll give that pointer finger a second to dry out. I've never had anybody have an allergic reaction. As a matter of fact, I've had people come who have previously had allergic reactions, and they continue to come to me with no reactions. So it's really the product you're using. And you know, you need to be clean too, but there's been a lot of fear going around about that. I had one client, it was her sister, she came, and I had no idea that she was, she thought she was allergic to gel, but she did not tell me. I had no idea until after I had done her nails quite a few times that she thought she was allergic, but she's like, but I'm not having any problems now. I'm like, you had an allergic reaction before? She says, yeah, I thought I was allergic to gel. I said, oh my gosh, how you were deprived of all those beautiful nails, you know? Getting deprived of having your nails done because somebody used a crappy product on you and you had an allergic reaction, and so now you think, oh, I'm allergic to all gels. No, not the case. I just thought that was really not nice. I would have been furious to be denied my nails, you know? It brings joy. It's an excellent everyday accessory. It becomes part of, you know, your identity a little bit. And anywho, yeah, we're just scrubbing on. This is Universal Base Gel. So it's the in-between your natural nail and the hard gel. And you just scrub a tiny, see how thin that is? We're just scrubbing the tiniest little bit on. Use whatever brush. This is just an Amazon cheap brush. And we cure this for 60 seconds. All right, we're gonna use the Clear Hard Structure Builder Gel, MG Art. And right now we're just gonna do a very thin layer. This does not have to be neat and tidy. At all. Just get it on there. This is like a, this is like a cured slip layer. It doesn't, I don't know, how do I explain? After the dual forms are applied, we're going to be working around the cuticle sealing. So first of all, this just adds more strength to the nail plate, a little more gel to the nail plate. But it acts kind of like as a insurance policy, so that when you're drilling after, if you go through, you're not going through to the nail, you're gonna hit this layer. And also, you know, if there's like a little space or on the sidewall, you don't have to worry about as much about the sidewalls, because there's gel there already. So yeah, that's the best way I can explain that. It's like your little insurance policy. I've done my nails without it before, and I find you have less breakage when you do this. So cure this for 60 seconds. Okay, now we have our universal base gel cured for 60 seconds. We have our insurance layer of structured gel cured for 60 seconds, which you can use the clear or any of the tinted gels of your choosing. That can be that, or you could do clear and then the tinted gel. You know, you could do whatever you want. You don't have to follow my ways. You know, I wasn't sure about this base gel that I just cured on, so I tried without it. And you just experiment and do what you want to do. If you have a good idea, a better idea, something that makes sense to you, you know, experiment, try things. That's how we learn, and you might find something better. Now when I apply the gel for the long extensions like I'm doing here, I like to almost kind of leave like a slip layer to almost where I'm gonna go, because these are really long. But if somebody did maybe that length or a little shorter, I'd go up to the length they want and pull it out. And I just find that this kind of helps control the gel underneath when you apply, because it's all gonna push up and it kind of stops it there a little bit. So anyways, yeah, just get some gel in there. It's better to have more, because then you could just take it out easily after. So I know my sizes. I like a little bit of a bigger fit because, you know, I wear long nails. So you need, see the negative space in there? That's where it's going to be. That's the gel that's going to fill it. So you can see the structure. You can see the geometry of the nail. So that's how dual forms, the apex is built in. But from the top, seamless. And that's why we love dual forms. So I like to kind of just leave if you need more, just kind of leave the bulk of it right there in the middle of the apex area. Try to keep right here real thin. If it gets thick, just wipe it out. So again, we're not fitting these like Gel X, okay? We're fitting them larger, like dual forms, because these are coming off. With the Gel X, this would stay on, so that is part of the structure, but we're taking these off. So understanding the negative space on these is very important. Also, when you're removing your nails or a client's nails, it's a good time to learn, you know, look and learn, like, okay, this is how much gel. Was it thick enough? Was it too thick? Was it not thick enough? All the things. It's always, my dad said, there's never such thing as a bad example. So even when you mess up, you learn, you know what I'm saying? You learn from it. And that's what I love about nails too, because there's always something new to learn. You can always get better. it's not boring, you know? Like everybody, and we all strive to do the best of nails, but at the same time, you can always be better. So, I don't know, I like that challenge. Okay. So, I know my sizes again, so I just go straight for what I know. I already know. I have big hands. But I have smaller nail beds. So, you don't want to go so big that the nail doesn't look elegant anymore. That's the beauty of the dual form. So we don't want to ruin that, but we want them big enough to have a good geometry. And if you're ever sizing the dual forms, you get any pushback or like pop, like it wants to pop back up, it's too small. And then, so we're ready here. I like to get them all ready. And then we're using, to flash cure at the cuticle, we're using this. This is for a flash cure. This is not the whole shebang, okay? Oh, man. I got dust on me. Okay. It's fine to just wipe it with an alcohol pad and move on. Gel sticks to gel. So here's my little Amazon light. It was like $6, okay? There's a little fuzz. I'm not gonna see it though. So yeah, we're applying at the here, or you can go like here and then kind of push down, 45-degree angle, and then push down. You see the gel is pushing up, it's dispersing. From sidewall to sidewall, you want a good dispersion, and just cure for a few seconds at the cuticle. The clear structure gel cures fast, 30 seconds completely, but and keep that in mind. So yeah, just move around, move it up to where you want it, make sure everything's covered. I usually go to this line right here for me because I'm obnoxious and I don't care. Okay? I like it. That's what I like. I do what I like. Do what you like. I have big hands. It seems really long, but I have big hands, so in the end, when you see my whole hand, it's all pretty proportionate, okay? Let's look at that big hand, okay? So it's pretty proportionate. Are they still long? Yes. Do I care? No, I love it. Well, this is 8. All right, we're going for the pinky. So there you go. Just keep going. Now I'm one-handed, but if you're doing a client, you can like wipe that away before you cure it. Sorry, I'm running into the camera. And then when you're pulling up, then just kind of brush up the sidewalls and you're covered. This doesn't feel like a 4. No, see, that's a 7. That was in the wrong spot. No, I mean a 5. I want a 5. Yeah, that was in the wrong spot. Okay, here we go. Now, if you fill a dual form wrongly, just put it in the lamp, cure it, and it'll pop right out. And then after, yes, you can reuse the dual forms. They're plastic and they're going on gel. So there's nothing unsanitary about it. Just wipe it with alcohol. You can scrub them up. I just wipe them with alcohol, put them back in. Okay, here we go. Make sure you push down all the way on the side so the sides are covered all the way. The side walls all the way up. And then, but as far as this, we're gonna drill my natural nail out after, or yours, or your clients, so keep that in mind. And you'll get an eye for it. Maybe you guys already know, but I'm talking to the people who are trying to learn dual form, so. Okay. Oh, Didn't even fill that one. Did I? Did that get... What happened? No, that has gel in it. What is going on here? Okay, yes. Look at it, it's so clear. Look, I thought there was no gel in it. That's a first. All right, maybe we need a little more. This is my crooked finger. I do the best I can. People like to stop by and leave rude comments. I will delete you. Okay? I mean, feel free. It's going to be a waste of your time. I will delete your comment. It's far and few between. It's rare. But let's be nice, okay? Be nice. Okay. Mostly everybody's so sweet and kind and fabulous. But there's the, there's always going to be the hater. I guess that's how you know how you're doing something right. When they want to hate on you. So that's how I take it. I don't really take it personal at all. And usually it's someone assuming a step that they didn't see in the video. And, oh, you didn't do this and that's not done. And, or this product. And I'm like, okay. Keep talking. You're embarrassing yourself. And then 60 seconds, the whole hand. This is cured in 30, but we do 60 just for the fun of it. Okay, 60 seconds. Here's everyone's favorite part. We're going to drill underneath. That's a must for dual forms. You cannot have natural nails. We're wiping off the inhibition layer from around the cuticle and underneath the nail so that we don't clog the drill bit. My phone is starting to overheat. Unbelievable. So in this way, you can just file all the same direction. And here there was that little but see if I can save it. This is my crooked finger. Yeah. So see? We're all good. We're going to drill out underneath. It'll be fine. I'm still recording this. This is how you narrow it down like this, not by filing off the lower parallel. You narrow it this way. This way. That's how you narrow the nail. So. Look at them from all angles. Not through the fin yet. So here it looks like, oh, we didn't get that, but remember we have the gel underneath, okay? So see, it's really very much an insurance policy and helps prevent against breakage. Okay, so when we're done, You can use a buffer, but I just use a file and I kind of flip the edge, just barely graze it. So sometimes there's like a little lip or a little edge. So this gets the lip or the edge. It just refines it a little bit, but it also helps prevent, it allows the polish to adhere, so that it helps prevent against chipping for your final result. So just go across and do that real quick. It's one of those things that's not a big deal, but it's all the little details that make the nail look so beautiful at the end. So also, we're going to finish file. So if it's not absolutely perfect, like this here, there's little things you'll get on the finish file. All right, back to this guy. This is the long nail. I think it's a 0.35 carbide bit, and we're gonna keep it on high to get the underneath. Okay, you want short strokes. Boom, 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 boom. Just keep it moving, and you're not gonna hurt anybody. Okay, we're getting rid of the natural nail underneath, and drag it up the sides to get rid of that bulk, the ledge. Okay, see that? So here on this bit, this is where it likes to catch and go around, so your angle needs to be this way to help prevent against that. So pull the meat back and pull. I like to drag this up because I don't want to have to waste time going on reverse. See? So I'm not going to waste time going on reverse. It's great to do this on yourself so you can see it's not going to hurt. If you keep that drill bit moving, I'm on full speed ahead. This is another reason why we're finished filing at the end. Okay. And get rid of all that nail. I have a little bit of hyponychium here, but it doesn't hurt at all. Just kind of lifts it up and pushes it out of the way so I can get my natural nail. And watch your angle here, you don't hit the tip. I'll clean out all my natural nail underneath. So I highly recommend working with their premium products. Because look at the clear, look at how natural that looks once you, it's like you made a new free edge. Something like that. Okay, now turn it down, the speed down about, I just do mine halfway. And so you can see better starting. This is on forward, so this is the motion I work. And remember, we have that gel underneath, so this is like getting that little bit. This is why we also leave the cuticle removal to the end. Because this here, it's going to protect against cuts. This is going to remove a lot of the cuticle anyway, and it protects against cuts. So we're sealing. We're just getting that little bit off, a little edge. But the Dual Form Pro leaves virtually no edge at all. Like this is seamless, but you should see the Dual Form Pro. But that's for shorter. It's for shorter to medium nails. So I use the regular Dual Forms, not the Pro, on myself because I need more gel. Are we still recording? Yes. Okay. So going around and keeping it very parallel to the nail and feather touch, like touch, left. If you keep it moving, all is well. So it's just little feather movements, feather light touch. I don't know how to verbalize that, obviously. Okay, so that's that now. Oh, you go in with the ball bit and remove the cuticle. I can't see nothing because of the dust is a lot. Clean up a little bit here, sorry. Okay. So, let's see better. So now, oh Lord. Sounds sick. It needs oil, I'm sure. And then you go around and remove the cuticle. And see, there's like barely anything left at this point. I don't have a lot of cuticle anyway, so. Some of my nails still. That'll come off. Well, let's get rid of it now. The Finish File does all this. It's in the name. It finishes it off. So that kind of revealed there's still a little bit of thickness here. But we're going to prime and use you can either file more there, or you have to remember that the finish polish, the gel polish, at the end is going to do any filling in as well. So you have the insurance policy underneath, but you also have your finish polish, which will fill in any gaps. So you don't need to stress about that. We're trying to cut time, so we don't need to mess with the little tiny details, which sometimes is hard to not do. But yeah, okay, we're ready for primer now. Primer, polish, and finish file. Okay, now we're gonna prime. Prime around here and the tip. On the cuticle tip. And this just, ensures that any place that we may have gone through the gel, or it helps prevent against lifting, chipping. And this is the MGR Milk. This is the top coat. Genius. Okay. So today I'm going to do over and under. I just want a very natural look. So see how there's These are not perfect by any means, but that'll all be gotten in the finish file. Okay, and I'm going to do the under at the same time so you could see. It's just because I want the free edge to be whiter than the rest of the nail. You can do this with shimmer or clear, whatever you want. I'll cure for 60 seconds. I'm not going to do all 5. Okay, so that's a finished look. You can really play around with this. If you're just starting out, get the clear structure gel. You must have it. It's a must before you buy any of the other tinted gels. You could do a lot with the clear, like even get a very natural look. And like this, so over and under. And you could do the milky white under and like still the nude on top. And just, okay, so we're finished filing. It's finished file time. So stuff like this, don't sweat it, because look. Okay, same here. We're getting all this to end the finished file. We don't want to do a ton of filing at the end, but it's gonna just perfect. So here, look at that. Ew. Now look at that, beautiful. So this is good over here. Look at it from this angle as well. See all the angles. Always finish file. Okay, and that's the finished look. Hope you guys enjoyed.